right, questions for Coach Barnes?
So from your experience or from your perspective, how would you describe the atmosphere tonight?
Incredible, electric, fun. I think I always say I love Tucson. I'm gonna start with I chose this place twice. I'm happy. I chose this place. It's meaningful. I think there's a special place for Arizona always in my heart because I chose it as a player, and this is where I grew. This is where I learned my most valuable life lessons. This is where I came in a 17-year-old that was a year younger than everybody, an immature little bratty freshman, to a leader when I left. So all those things, I hold that to my heart. And I don't just say that because I'm up here. I feel that, and it's special to me. So I want to do some special things here. It's a special place. It's meaningful. Did I think we were going to do it in a couple of years? No. And have we arrived? No. We're not where we need to be, but we are moving in the right direction. And I love the fact that we were able to get 10,000 fans here. When President Robin said it, I was kind of like, oh, this is really ambitious. But for us to do it, it's just amazing how the city has just really, like, they're excited, and I love that. And it hasn't been like that in a really long time. So to walk out there and see that, it almost brings a tear to my eye. It's like, these people are freaking amazing, and we love it. And there's times where we're getting killed on the boards tonight, and then you guys are loud, or not you guys. Well, I hope you guys were loud too. But loud and just energized, and like that ignites us. I mean, that pumps our players up. I mean, if you had told me we were gonna get crushed on the boards, 50-33, and win the game, no. But like those big defensive stops, you get pumped up when the crowd goes crazy. You just do, or you hit a three, the crowd goes crazy. It makes a difference. I mean, it's a huge home court advantage. And sorry, this is a long answer, but you can see that with men's basketball. They don't lose in McHale. They have a crowd like this, and they've lost, I think, 5 or 10 games, and I don't know what the record is. It's like 100 something to 5 or 10, right? It's like a 90% winning record. And that's why, because this place, and I think our fans, I think because this is new, I think it's a different crowd. I think it's a crowd that's just like loving it and excited and into it. I don't think it's not an old quiet crowd. It's like the old people jumping around, little kids. Like, I love it. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen anything like this in Arizona? No. So we're back. We're here. We're here to stay. Let's go.
What do you think about the outside shooting tonight on the team?
It's funny because we were actually shooting a pretty good percentage for a while. I thought we were settling a lot for threes, but I mean, we're 39%. So that's better than we typically shoot from the three, and they sat in the zone a long time. We took them out of the zone for a while. So I'm happy with the way we played. I thought we played good basketball.
Thomas came up with 4 big blocks.
And they were all on jump shots. I don't think any were on layups. I mean, she finds a way, and she's like the silent assassin. She finds a way to do things. She's one of our best defensive players. She is the most underrated player. I mean, people think they can beat her or isolate her, and they can't. She always finds a way. She gets huge rebounds. She makes huge plays. She had huge threes in the corner. I thought she played an awesome game. In her stat line, 9 points off of 3 for 7, 4 block shots, and then 1 turnover. In 37 minutes, guarding one of their best players always is just an awesome game.
Something, I guess, with the block shots that you kind of helped her perfect it all?
No, I didn't help her do anything. I wish I could take credit for that, but no. That's just her. It's her instincts. She has long arms, good timing. She's athletic, so she just finds a way to contest, and she does it without fouling. That's her gift. I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. That's her.
You talked a little bit about being rebounded pretty significantly. How do you plan to clean that up?
Well, we just have they're a lot stronger and bigger inside, and we don't have a player like 22. I even walked down the court like, dang, they're big. But she's a really good player. She's a senior, so she knows her role. She does it well. She's a really good player. And I think that we just have to box out. And it wasn't only her. Zero had 6 offensive rebounds. Jordan Moore had only 4. It wasn't her that hurt us. It was like 4 from a guard, 3 from another guard. Lauren Hurd killed us rebounding in the first and the second half. So I think it's a little bit of everything, and we just have to focus on boxing out. It's just been hard to focus on the little things. You got to pick what you want to focus on because it's such quick turnarounds with new teams that we haven't seen. So we're not sitting out there practicing an hour. We're walking through and resting and getting ready to play. So I can see that in some of our execution, like with the turnovers and the boxing out, because that's normally something we do every day.
Playing a big physical team, defense was stifling. Talk about defense.
That's what we do. We're a great defensive team. That's kind of been our identity. We turn people over and we manufacture points. And if you see tonight, we had 19 points off turnovers. That's kind of what we do. And in these games in the NIT, we've been holding teams. I mean, we held them to 53 points. So our defense is stellar. I mean, if you'd have told me give up 23 offensive rebounds, but then on second chance points they only had 14. I mean, they could have had 40, points on second chance points. So we still played good through those possessions. I don't like sometimes we didn't kind of find a way to box out. They kind of went over our backs, so that tells me we're not using our bodies. But I think our defense was really good.
What do you think of the way, especially early in that game, that Ari played? I mean, she seemed to be everywhere, offensive, defensive. She scored, I think, 8 points at one point for you guys. What kind of boost does she give you on both sides of the ball playing that one position?
She gives us a boost in every way. She gives us a boost with her energy. She gives us a boost with. There was at one point she missed a layup, I believe, and she got a steal and put it back amongst the big girls. She just finds a way. She's got heart. She's got grit. She's got that passion. All those things that we want in a player, she has. She's someone I'd want to go to war with anytime, any place. She didn't have her best game. This wasn't the best game for Ari. I thought the refs allowed them to be very physical with her. I thought she was getting fouled a lot, bodied a lot, but that's the way the game was. That's the way the game was, and I'm fine with that. But it kind of made Ari rush and kind of force some things, because usually she finishes better around the rim. But for us to be able to win and Ari not playing her best game, that says a lot about how our team's evolved. Because early in the season, we couldn't. If Ari didn't have 30, we couldn't win. Now, Kate's playing better. Coming into this game, Kate was 61% from the floor in the last 5 games. So now she's 4 for 7 again. She's raised her level. Dominique's hit big shots, big free throws down the stretch. So as a team, we're just playing better basketball.
Talk a little about what being in the championship game means. Number one, for locally the fan base, and
Yeah.
number two, to project the brand of the university nationally.
Well, it's, right here nationally, it's huge. And you know what? A lot of talk is like, how in the heck in the NIT are they bringing 10,000? I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's Tucson. I'm like, yeah. But I think it's nationally, it's huge. It's big for a lot of reasons. Some reasons it's big. Well, it's the primary reason, because we're getting experience. We've played now 5 postseason games. Normally, this would be what you do to go into a Final Four or winning a championship. So playing 5 games, it's a lot of experience because these are pressure games. They're one and done. So we're getting tremendous experience from this. We're playing in big games and big crowds. It's how the tournament will be, so it's preparing us for that for the future. We're playing for a month longer. We're playing against different teams that we haven't seen, so we have to adjust. That's how you'd have to be in the tournament. So all these things are extremely valuable for long term. And then Tucson, I think Tucson's excited about women's basketball again, and it's been over a decade. This city is rallying. I mean, already our season tickets are skyrocketed for next year. So there's momentum for us, and that helps in every way. So all of these things help our program, helps us with recruiting, because we're still playing. There's only a handful of teams playing in the country. So all those things, it's just enormous for the future of this program.
I mean, obviously, you've had huge crowds here in this particular tournament, but have you heard if this is unprecedented for this tournament over the long
It's
haul?
unprecedented for sure. I think we're crushing everybody else as far as attendance, and that's why we're staying at home. So that's why when I'm rallying in Twitter, I'm like, it's my marketing side job. But I'm like, I don't care. I'll tweet every hour if I have to, if we get 10,000 people. But it makes a difference, because it's not only support from President Robbins and Dave Hickey with giving a bid. It is that, but the factor is you can't just have that. They make money off ticket sales. So getting 10,100, I'm pretty positive the next highest is probably like 3,000 or 4,000. So we are crushing that. So it's huge for us to be able to play a championship. I haven't heard yet because I haven't been able to do anything, but I'm pretty positive we'll play here at home, aren't we? Yeah, so we're playing home. So to be able to stay home the whole WNIT run, that is huge. And I said we're in it to win it. We're not in it to participate. And I don't like the participation medals. You know how it is nowadays. But we're in it to win it, and that's all. Like, not everybody gets a medal. I'm not happy for second. So we're in it to try to win it, and like we feel like we have a good opportunity. And you got to come here and play in front of this place. This place could sell out. I don't know if it can. It never has. I'm going to challenge it too. I'm going to try. And if I mean, I wouldn't want to go somewhere and play in front of 14,000 fans. It's pretty hard. No one has done that, and most people in women's basketball have not done it unless they played in the championship game, and not too many people have played in the championship game.
Is there any kind of hypothetical when you're walking out on the court and you think maybe in a year or two that you guys are hosting an NCAA regional, what it might look like, or?
That's
you're
exactly,
planning
yeah,
for
because
what
I
that
always,
is?
I always look at big picture. Like, I have a plan. I am someone who, like, I have a plan for long term, and it's just steps to get there. That's all in my mind. Who knows how long it takes? I don't know that part. But yeah, so it's important because I'm sure when we become a top 25 team, it is going to be a factor. If we can draw 10,100 in a semifinal of the WNIT or sell out 14,000 in a final in the NIT, there's no way we couldn't host because that's not the tournament even. So this is huge long term for big picture for all of those things. It's also huge for Tucson. It's like they're excited about basketball right now, and I love it when I watch the news and I see a little girl saying, we used to go to women's games and walk right down to the floor and get our seats, and now they're like, this is just like a boys' game. I think that's great for young women. Like, we are role models. I think it's special to see young boys, with Samaje afros and, Kate Reese faces and stuff. I think it's pretty awesome. It's great for the city in the future.
Coach, do you think that Northwestern's going to play as physical as TCU coming from the Big Ten?
I don't think most people play as physical. I think Northwestern, I don't know a ton about them, but usually in the past played a lot of zone. So I think we will face a lot of zone, but I don't think a lot of teams are as physical. I mean, TCU is a very well coached, a very good team. With their 3, 4, and 5 are talented players. They're athletic. They're good defensively. They throw a lot of defenses. So I think this was like a championship game. So for us, we know Northwestern's a really good team, but they got to play us on our home court in front of 10 to 14,000 people.
Coach, is this like going down memory lane? You played Northwestern in 1996 in the NIT championship. Now you're playing them as a coach, though.
Yeah, it's been so long. I didn't even know it was Northwestern. I remember that. Like, I know that's so bad. I'm just being honest. It's been so many years. I've played so many games since then. I didn't know it was Northwestern, but I think that's awesome. So I like that, to be able to, if we can, find a way to get a win. I think that's even a greater story.
How does this compare to other Pac-12 arenas that you've seen as an assistant at Washington?
So as we got really, really good at Washington, a top team, there weren't crowds like this. I think later on after I left, after that we went to the Final Four, then I think Stanford drew like that, but that was after going to a Final Four. I don't think any programs in the Pac-12 or anywhere in the country, without even going to a tournament for a decade, I don't think any school in this country has had a crowd like this under these circumstances, and I would put money on that. So it's not like we just went to a Final Four last year and then we're hosting this in the tournament or NIT now. We haven't done that in years. We're talking when I first got here 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, there were 600 fans. And then it's kind of grown. So the WNIT, to go from 6,000 something, I think, to 7,700 to 10,135, now bigger in the WNIT after not being successful for a long time. We had some success this year, but last year we won 6 games. That is a huge turnaround. So that's how it's special. And I talked about this earlier on the radio, but remember when Lucia was my first recruit. I sold a vision. Sam Thomas was one of our earlier classes, of one of the first recruits. We sold a vision. Those players took a chance on Arizona, took a chance on me. They were only looking at what I thought this program could be. There was no proof because we hadn't won. So I'm just happy that they took a chance on us because those are the people I want to build with, and that's special to me because Ari, Sam, Kate could have gone a lot of places. They chose this place because they believed it would happen. So for me, it's so special that it's starting to happen, and we're not there yet, but we're gonna get there. And I love that, and that's more meaningful because I just sold a vision to them, and they bought into it, and they want to be a part of it. So it's just special.
What does this mean now that you're, the girls believe this whole run that they could make it to the finals, and they believe that they can win it, and now you're there.
It's special. We had a goal to set out. I think their mindset is we got to find a way. So they won't be satisfied with anything but winning. And if you look into their eyes, even when we were getting down and I was getting a little nervous, like we weren't rebounding, they're looking like, they never had that look of defeat, and it's a difference. It's a different confidence. I think early in the season, like in non-conference, we didn't know how to win. We were kind of learning how to win. Now we like winning. I said that before, and I like it. And they're like, we're gonna find a way to get this done, and they're just pumped. They're excited. Like at shoot around, they're ready to play. They're hungry, and I like to see that. And they're gritty, and they want to play now. You know, like they would probably play tomorrow if we wanted to. They don't want to wait. So I like that. That's a good feeling to have, because I feel that like exuding from them. You know.
Not looking for a long answer here. But
Okay.
how do you balance being a mom during this kind of stuff?
Hard. I don't see my kid. Sound for bad, mom. It's hard because like I've barely seen my son, but I'll have plenty of time to see him in a few days now. We have help right now, and we have a lot of babysitting, and we're all a little bit tired, but I'm like, we can rest after the season, and I think that's what it is when you're a mom and a coach. People don't understand that. You go home, it's like, no, I can't just relax and watch TV. I need to see my son and play with him. But that's what I choose to do, and I love wearing both hats, and I think it's a great role model for the players. You can be a mom, you can be a coach, you can be kick-ass at everything you do, and you can do it. You don't have to give up coaching. You don't have to give up being a mom. You can do it all, and you can do it well. So,
What message has this run sent to the rest of the country? I mean, you mentioned you had 6 wins last year. I'm sure not a lot of people outside the Pac-12 have ever heard any of maybe some of your players, maybe none of your players. What message have you sent to the rest of the women's basketball world, especially with the Final Four happening?
well, I think, it's funny because I'm getting a lot of texts from people. I think in the Pac-12, we have a great coaching unit. We have a unit of coaches that cares about each other. And you see, we're the only league or the only conference that has the hashtag Back the Pack. I'm sure you guys have seen that. No one else supports each other like we do. I'm getting text messages from Corey, from Lindsay, from the Oregon coaches, from the Cal coach to Lindsay, Oregon coach. Tara sent me a text the other day. It was like, come on, let's go. She's so proud of what we're doing in Tucson. We all love women's basketball. We all want each other to succeed. I cheer for Stanford every day except for when we're playing them. Same with us. So we do a good job of that, and they want me to go win it. Charlie from ASU even said to me, win it all. Corey says win it all. They all believe that we can win it all, and they want me to be successful and win it all because it's better for our conference. I want Oregon to kick some butt. I love seeing all that because our conference grows, and we're the best conference in the country, and it shows that. And that's what I love. But I can say what sets us apart is that camaraderie, that respect that we have for each other. It sets our conference apart, and it makes us special.
Any other questions? So you alluded to having a plan.
Yeah.
And obviously, the next game is the final for the WNIT.
The plan is to win it, but
is it just the beginning?
It is just the beginning for me. To me, I'm not the type of person win the NIT and we're great. No, it's like win the NIT the next year, and we're not going to the NIT. We're going to the tournament. So it's just it starts an avalanche, and I look back at when I played. We won the NIT. We weren't ready for the tournament, just like right now. The NIT is better for us. We play more games. We get momentum. It's for the future. It's a more experience for our young players versus playing one game and being done or 2 games. And then next year, they're not going to want to go NIT. They're going to expect tournament. So that's more hungry. That's more of a level of competitiveness. That's more players that want to play with great players. So that's how it all starts, and that's how it started when I was here at Arizona. So hopefully we can repeat history.
Any other questions?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Good luck. So was that the biggest crowd either of you have played in?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
What kind of boost does that give you as a player to look out there? You're walking on the court throughout the game, whenever, to look out, to hear that energy, to see that many people. What does that do for you as a player?
Make me feel good, honestly, and I can vouch for my teammates. It makes all of us feel good, and just we definitely went through some rough patches in the game, and just hearing them cheer definitely helped us out, and it motivated us to go a little harder.
Yeah, for sure. It's unreal the amount of support that we're getting from the community, and just stepping it up, and everyone, telling their friends or their parents or whoever to come out and support, and we keep matching our goal plus some. It's amazing. We are hoping for a lot more this Saturday.
And what does it feel like to be at, almost reaching your goal? You wanted to be in the finals. You want to win it all. You've said that this whole time. and now you're setting yourself up to reach that goal. How does that feel?
It's amazing that all of our hard work is paying off, you know. I think that it just says a lot in great lengths for the program, see how we're growing, and the sky's the limit for us, and this is just the stepping stone for what's to come.
Aaron, obviously you had a prior connection with Coach Padilla, but Dominique, she talked about the vision she had to sell kids to come here because this is a program that had not won. What do you remember about what she told you that made you want to come and be a part of whatever this was going to eventually be?
Oh, yeah, she definitely talked about the excitement that she wants to bring to McAllen, definitely for the program that she hasn't seen before, and she wants the excitement that she had as a player. And so it really got me for her, and she's really good at that, you know, getting a lot of us to come. And, you know, it's paying off for her, and it's paying off for a lot of us. So it definitely sold me, and it made me come here, and I'm happy just to be a part of it and with my teammates, and we're just really excited.
Dominique, having played at Purdue, do you have any insight that you can lend your teammates against Northwestern?
You know, they are coached by a great coaching staff. A lot of the players that I played against there, I don't think they're back, so I don't really know for sure, but I just know that their coach emphasizes a lot of mental toughness and toughness down the stretch, and, you know, they're going to play hard the whole entire game, so we just got to match their intensity.
Ari, was that as physical a game as you played this year?
Probably one of the most physical games. Yeah.
Worse than that?
Probably, yeah. It was just a tough game. I mean, I feel like our team matched their physicality, and I feel like we just came on top. So.
When you get out rebounded by 17 and then they had 23 the offensive end, what do you think the difference is in allowing you to win by 6?
Just playing good defense. I mean, although they out-rebounded us, I feel like we played solid, like, good basketball defense. Dominique got some key stops. Sam got some key blocks. You know, TT always a solid job on the defensive end. So each of those moments or plays added up, and it got us the win.
After they cut it to 3 points, can you talk about that stretch after that? They only made 1 of 8 after that. Again, your defensive intensity. Can you talk about what was going through your head when they cut it to 3 points?
I mean, it was my fault they cut it to 3 points. I had the turnover, but I just knew I couldn't hang my head, and I just had to step up and just had to be that leader for my team. And I feel like our defense really helped us pull this win out.
Barry, what's it like to have the crowd meet your goal of 10,000 fans?
It means a lot. Honestly, I was like, I don't know, we might come short of 10,000. Like, I don't know. But throughout the day, I just kept getting updates. And I was like, yes. Like, but it feels amazing that the fans really want to come out and support us, and that just means a lot to us, and hopefully we can reach our goal next game.
Dominique is a big, what impresses you most about the way that Sam blocks shots?
It's unreal, to be honest with you. She's only 5'10", 5'11", and she, as far as the longest wingspan I've ever seen, and she just is really good at knowing when shots goes up and know to be really smart to block and not foul. She's been doing this all season long. She's been doing it since her freshman year, and it's huge for us. She really makes a huge difference on defense, and we couldn't do what we are doing now without her.
How are you guys holding up? You played 38 minutes tonight, 36 for you. I mean, how you guys, like, this is 5 games in like the last week and a half. How you guys holding up?
I'm fine, honestly. We do treatment. We have mandatory, like, cold tub, warm tub, so we're fine.
Yeah, Coach is pretty good at resting us, you know, for a little bit the day after games, and then going hard the day before, and it's been helping us a lot and getting us prepared for games.
Ari, we only see Adia smiling when she's here. What does it take to get the smile off of her face during a game or a practice?
To get the smile off her face? Probably bad body language and just like letting keep getting like offensive rebounds. That would piss her off. So
I don't know if you guys watched her during the game. She was just
intense
and very
intense.
intense. So I mean, I don't really think she's smiling unless we're doing really well until the end of the game. But she's just intense and really into it and is talking to us 24/7, and it's amazing.
Thank you.